One crucial moment will be Mr. Trump's meeting with President Xi Jinping of China. Beijing is pushing for a special relationship that recognizes its position as a global power, our bureau chief says. The kingdom is in the middle of its most sweeping transformation in 80 years, as Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, 32, moved to consolidate his power, ordering the arrests of 4 ministers and 11 princes. We profiled one, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, among the world's richest businessmen. Prince Mohammed also corralled the powerful religious establishment. It is the coup de grace of the old system, a former U.S. ambassador said. Gone. All power has now been concentrated in the hands of Mohammed bin Salman. The Times is part of a group of more than 90 media organizations that have spent months examining leaked documents known as the Paradise Papers, which shed light on the trillions of dollars that move through offshore tax havens. Some of the documents show that Wilbur Ross, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, has investments in a shipping company with ties to the son-in-law of President Vladimir Putin. Separately, hundreds of millions of dollars from the Kremlin helped fund investments in Facebook and Twitter by a Russian billionaire. Here's a list of other prominent names that surfaced in the leak. At least 26 people were killed in Sutherland Springs, 7% of the town's population. Listen on a computer, an iOS device or an Android device. On YouTube Kids, some disturbing videos have slipped past filters. Google and others are trying to build artificially intelligent machines that can build other artificially intelligent machines. U.S. stocks were up on Friday, and are breaking one record after another. But many investors are on the sidelines. Here's a snapshot of global markets. Tips, both new and old, for a more fulfilling life. The fight, flight, or freeze response of cave dwellers can ruin modern life. Recipe of the day: go meatless with a broccoli rabe lasagna. In the NYC Marathon, Shalane Flanagan became the first American woman to win since Miki Gorman in 1977. Jeffrey Kamwerer of Kenya won the men's race. A Belgian judge conditionally released Carles Puigdemont, the former Catalan president, and 4 of his ministers who had turned themselves in after Spain issued an international arrest warrant. Humans are the main cause of climate change, according to a report from 13 U.S. federal agencies that called evidence of a global, long-term warming trend unambiguous. In Russia, the police arrested more than 200 people over reported ties to a right-wing movement that had been calling for a repeat of the 1917 revolution. Thor: Ragnarok, the latest film from Marvel Studios, was #1 at the North American box office, taking in an estimated $121 million. In today's 360 video, join a crew of skaters weaving in and out of traffic in the city's streets. The Times tracked international traffickers from Congolese rainforests to the back streets of Bangkok. The way they do business, one expert said, makes the mafia look like amateurs. No one knows what Britain is anymore. The country has become a modest-size ship on the global ocean, unmoored and heading to nowhere after the vote to leave the European Union, writes our chief diplomatic correspondent, who just completed 4 years as London bureau chief. It's 26 miles of reverse parking. There might be a few dings in the bumper at the end. As long as there's only paint damage, we'll be okay, Simon Wheatcroft, a visually impaired athlete who set out to run the New York City Marathon with an armband that guides its wearer with vibrations. The device had some technical difficulties. It is said that history is written by the winners, but sometimes the losers aren't forgotten. Sunday was Guy Fawkes Night in England, an annual celebration named after a participant in a plot in 1605 to kill King James I. Organised by a group of Catholics, the idea was to blow up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament. The men managed to move 36 barrels of gunpowder directly beneath the House of Lords chamber, and Fawkes was responsible for lighting the fuse. An anonymous letter sent to a Catholic lord warned him to stay away, arousing suspicions, and a search led to the discovery of Fawkes and the gunpowder. He and his conspirators were later executed, but his legacy lives on. Even today, royal bodyguards make a ceremonial search of the cellars before the state opening of Parliament, and in a BBC poll in 2002 Fawkes was voted the 30th greatest Briton. The English celebrate his failure with fireworks, bonfires, topped by an effigy known as a guy, and a bit of folk verse, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. I see no reason gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Your morning briefing is published weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern and updated all morning. Browse past briefings here. If photographs appear out of order, please download the updated New York Times app from iTunes or Google Play. What would you like to see here? Contact us at briefing@newyorktimes.com. You can get the briefing delivered to your inbox Sunday through Friday. We have 4 global editions, timed for the Americas, Europe, Asia, and Australia, and an evening briefing on weeknights. Check out our full range of free newsletters here.